We have all kinds of liberal politicians in this country, from Barack Obama to Bernie Sanders, saying that America needs to pay its workers more and we need a $15 an hour minimum wage. But could that $15 an hour minimum wage cause economic collapse? That's next on Conservative News. Well, no, all you liberals out there, don't get all freaked out. I know that a $15 an hour minimum wage is not going to cause the economy to collapse, but it could add to the bottom line of our economic woes in this country. What liberals don't seem to grasp is there is this thing called the free market economy, and that is a self-determiner of the prices we pay for goods and services and what people are paid. The best way to illustrate this is with the salaries that professional sports athletes get paid. They get enormous salaries, and people complain about this. Yet, they still go to basketball and football games, and they're willing to pay $200 or more to get the seat that they want in the stadium. However, if the prices were doubled or tripled, people wouldn't pay that because that's not what the market would bear. People would stop going to games and athletes would get paid less. But at the current rate, athletes are making millions and people are willing to pay $200 and $300 for a ticket because that's what the market bears. So what about a $15 an hour minimum wage? What would that do? Well, it would most certainly benefit the person making $7.50 an hour if their pay got doubled. Of course it would. But overall, it would be a negative for the economy. Why? Because everybody wants a cheap McDonald's hamburger. Well, I don't, but lots of people do. But since labor costs are such a huge percentage of running a small business, you have two choices when you pay your least skilled workers $15 an hour. You can either raise the price of your burgers or use a smaller workforce so you can keep the price of your burgers the same. And that's where the comparison to professional sports ticket prices comes into play. People pay ridiculous prices to see their favorite team or their favorite sports figures, but again, that's what the market will bear. But when the government comes in and manipulates the free market, you get a disaster in the making. That's because the free market will not bear every fast food worker and every minimum wage worker right now getting their salary doubled to $15 an hour. So what is already happening is McDonald's is replacing their high-paid, low-skilled workers with automated ordering machines. And these machines can't get injured, they don't complain, they don't call in sick, and once they're trained, they never need to be trained again. So if a franchise has 10 $7.50 an hour workers and the minimum wage doubles, out goes 5 or 6 of those low-skilled workers and in comes McDonald's automated ordering machines. And when you multiply that by the over 14,000 McDonald's all over America, you get 86,000 people now out of a job. There essentially is no net plus to the workforce, nor the country when you raise the minimum wage to an absurd level of $15 an hour. When the government manipulates the free market, that makes things head in the wrong direction. It's not good, and while it won't cause economic collapse, it could put millions of people out of work. I mean, if the government wanted small businesses to actually hire more people, how effective is it to require them to pay their lowest skilled workers twice as much as they've been paying them? They would essentially now have to pay for 2 workers when they're only getting 1 worker. How many businesses do you think would be willing to sign up and do that? I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. This has been Alan with Conservative News, and if you would, please like this video and click the red subscribe button below the video so you can get our latest updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.